Okay, it is L to the A to the Z to the Y. How are we doing? We are on a Captain Nowhere, and we are doing a little live stream. And I'm going to be going over some of my favorite coffees of the last year or two. And we'll go by one and talk about them a little bit. But I think I'll just really go in depth with the ones that struck me as amazing, you know? So my process is kind of different. My process is I travel, I just do as much research as I can on the coffee shops that I want to visit. And usually when I'm in a single place, like say Portland, I'll try to go to like 3 or 4 roasters in-house coffee. I like to stay like small as much as I can. So, you know, Seattle, obviously I try to go as many as possible. When I'm going up to the Northwest and the Mecca, I try to stay in the vein, you know what I mean? But sometimes it doesn't always allow you that. Plus I have friends and family and stuff that bring me, they know that I love coffee, so they bring me and they share with me their regional stuff that they bring from their visiting. So yeah, we'll get started. So 2022, 2021, you know, was COVID years. We're in lockdown, so I kind of just embraced it. Went from there. So the first one we're going to talk about, some coffee method. Alright, coffee method was a medium roast. It's a Rwanda roast, and this was coffee method was out of Texas, I believe. And you know, the problem I had with this individual roast was there was like an inconsistency batch per batch. So as I made a drip coffee and then a pour over coffee, I noticed that one really drew out a lot of the different sugars. I felt like a natural sweetness to it when I did the pour over, whereas on the percolator or the drip press, I just felt like it was a little lackluster. It didn't really do a lot. So this is $24 a pound. So kind of expensive and, you know, not super memorable. So we were just talking about Twitch earlier. This is the Twitch channel's very own press coffee version. And no, seriously, this is their work Twitch, and it's really high caffeine, but low acidity, high cherries. This is probably pound for pound one of my favorite espressos. Just for a double hit or quitter, like there's so much complexity to this, and it's very, you do get that dark chocolate cherry taste at the very tip of the tasting notes on this. So Press, that's a local Phoenix company. This is their standard, this is one of their more stapled roasts, so you'll find this in their cafes just as their everydays. So it's kind of their bread and butter. So this one my brother brought back for me from Switzerland, and Movenpick. I've never had it before, but it says it's seasonal source, medium roast, La Divine aromatic. So it's an aromatic Arabica. It was pretty good. I mean, I think the Germans and the Swiss know how to, like the Austrians and the Swiss, they know how to do dark roast coffee. I think they just have a really good idea that, honestly, most Italian stuff, major stuff, is just too dark for me. It's too burnt. Like the tannins are just way off the charts. I don't know if it's just a frequency thing, but their coffee, they tend to like it too dark. So it was pretty good. Like I said, dark. I would try it again. I would see what it's all about maybe if I visited Switzerland. So my favorite from Late for the Train is not this one. This is North Rim. This is a Flagstaff roast. My favorite is Foghorn. Or that, yeah. But this is the North Rim. It's one of their darkest roasts, and this is from Flagstaff. Like I said, they use a blend. Very good. This, as far as like drinkability goes, if you do this in a French press every single day, you will never complain because it's so dark, but you add a little cream to it, it just dances, dude. It dances in your mouth. So I like this one. Late for the Train, North Rim. Definitely a top 5 pick. So we'll put that over here. We'll recap. Cortez coffee. This is one of the brands that won the 2019-2020 All Valley Cup in my book. So Cortez. This is the Nepal, very high altitude. I think they roast this, or they grew this at like 7,000 feet. So it's pretty crazy. And it's a natural Bourbon. So it's kind of a fancy bean, smaller. I mean, I think I remember them being like 1 in 4 being Peabody. Peaberry, sorry, the Peaberry type. So the bean was very, very small, underdeveloped. It's hard to explain. But when you it had that rich cognac, like almost maple syrup smell to it when it was freshly ground. So it's very interesting. Not my favorite from Cortez, to be honest, but Cortez doesn't really do anything wrong. Everything they make is like perfecto. Just a little expensive, and their office hours are weird, so you gotta kind of order a large batch. They're a big wholesaler for local shops here in the valley. So Cortez, I wouldn't write about that though. Gold Star, friend from Hawaii brought this. Gold Star coffee. It's pretty popular there. It's a Kona bean. It is a blend. It's overrated. This is a Maui Red Cacao. So top crop. It's from the island of Maui. So good. I mean, you're not going to go wrong here. I hate, there's a rule with Hawaiian coffee that they can get away with how much blend has to be from the island or not. And they all do it because it's cheaper, dude. But I think it's kind of, cheating, to be honest. But they use open fire dancers like hoppers to do their roasting. So you get really unique flavors and stuff on the dark side of that. All right, Stumptown Homestead. Get this at your local Sprouts. This is Portland coffee. It's very good. Very middle of the road. Nothing special. This is if you want to put this in your daily routine, it's a solid pick. For me, I like a little more of the marshmallow, like apricot kind of smoky but fruity. And this is just more black because I like to work. I'm a man kind of feeling. So I did an article on Stumptown, and before I did, this is the 2021, I think, 2021 batches, but I basically ordered a pound of everything. So you got the Homestead, like we just talked about. You got the French Roast, the Founders, the Hairbender, and the Holler Mountain. Of these, the Holler Mountain's legit, like easily top 5. I don't know. It's very good though. It's like on the cusp, top 10 for sure, but on the cusp. And then the Hairbender is citrus dark chocolatey, but it's so much caffeine that I feel like they did a good job naming this one, but at the same time, I don't know if I drink that all the time because it kind of gets me a little sketched. You know what I mean? I feel like a little paranoid, like tweaker. You know what I mean? Groundwork coffee. It's an Ethiopian. I kind of went down an Ethiopian rabbit hole and tried to go exclusively Ethiopian for a while to try to just differentiate the light roast Ethiopians, but it is such a money gamble, dude. These guys are all in it for profits. But Groundworks Ethiopian's okay. It's decent. I remember this being cheap, like $18. So, I mean, certified organic, single single origin Ethiopian light roast for $18. Like value pick for sure, but I wouldn't. Not top 10. Not even. Not on the register. Okay, so this is of that same vein, that Urga Ethiopian from Magpie Coffee. Magpie is in Reno. Dude, honestly, this slaps, dude. This is really good coffee. It's darker than you think, and there is that really air of like raspberries in the middle of it. So, Magpie is pretty sweet. This is the layout of this roaster in Reno is one of my favorite. They have a single long counter that runs down the entire thing, and then one barista does all the work, and it's really intimate. I felt like half the guys at the bar that day knew each other, and that was kind of cool. Press has their Ethiopian, very good. This is a yogurt chef. It's washed. It's got a lot of parchment still in the crack, so it says washed, but I don't know, dude. Maybe they did, but there's a lot of that casing and casting on the edge. So you kind of end up with this really funny, like, Turkish, almost unfiltered palette or texture to it. Oh yeah, and then you have the 100 Mile. It's also really good. I remember them talking about the flavor notes of this, the Stumptown 100 Mile, and they talked about like toffee and jam, and I haven't heard the word toffee in a really long time, so it's kind of interesting. I haven't thought of toffee as a flavor since I was a kid. All right, let's get on to the big boys. So far, what do we have? All right, let's go to another Ethiopian burger chef, medium roast. Got this through Whole Foods. And this is Volcanicea. I think my brother got this for me. Medium light roast, lemon, blueberry, blackberry. It doesn't taste anything like that. So, honestly, I didn't even finish this. I think I tried it and it was just. I think it's one of those airport coffees that just sit on the stand for like 3 years and then someone buys it. No, I mean, honestly, it's got a date on it, but. What's crazy is some of the beans that some of these companies buy, they don't have to roast them. So just because it was a green bean, after you almost want a natural cure time. So like a 1-year-old bean is going to have more moisture than a 2-year-old bean. But like some of that moisture actually is good. It helps liven up it. It doesn't get as stale. But some of these companies, they'll process it all the way to the green, ship it up to these roasters like 3 or 4 years later. And then that's where I feel like you're never going to get the full out of it if you're roasting it 4 years after it was harvested. So I didn't even finish this one. It is a coffee. I did drink it. It happened. But other than that, I have nothing to say about it. Okay, so this is the top 5. This is Cafe Crema. This is from Nashville. The Campamento Alto green. It's a Latin American blend. Candied walnuts and dark chocolate out of Nashville. Like I said, it comes from their Aurelio Velatoro, fully washed Caratoro bourbon beans. Yeah, this is legit. Like this coffee right here, this Campamento Alto, is probably like the best candidate for a really light blueberry-ish cold brew, if you're going to do it during the summer cold brew. It comes alive when you roast it, but at the same time, I could just imagine the initial flavors in this one were so good. I remember I don't usually save these little sleeves on the outside of the bag. I usually just keep the bags, but this sleeve, I wanted to make sure I had the details of it because it was really quite tasty. I think this is actually an older bean too. So that's definitely top 5. Boom. Magpie? I don't know. Magpie's pretty good. Maybe I'll put that there. And then Twitch. Oh no. Alright. So this honestly is one of my favorite coffees. I've had it in a very, very long time. This is Everett Washington. This is Boona coffee. And it is a Burundi Cataluzzi Bourbon. Wet process wash, sweet tea, citrus peel flavors. It is insane out of the espresso machine. Like, I don't know what everybody's drinking stuff like this, but if they are, oh my god. It's so crazy, dude. It's very complex, very sweet up top, no bitterness to it. It rolls. It tastes good with milk or without. Karundi. JNP coffee. So, just east of Ngozi. Where the heck is Ngozi? Ngozi. Dr. Ngozi. Ngozi. Where is that? Worldwide search. Ngozi. Oh shoot. We're going to Africa, baby. It is a Nigerian coffee. Ngozi is the port city. So Porto Novo is right where this is taken from. Karuzi. Where the heck is Karuzi, dude? You're like crazy. Anyways, dude, let's see what this is like to grow up here. Oh yeah, honey. Okay. Okay. Looks like coffee country. People claim like the United States is dirty, but it's like, dude, look at this cop car. This guy's just legit hanging out. So, anyways, yeah, Ubuntu. What's crazy is this guy actually was roasting this at the time, or roasting a batch of this, and I was chatting him up about some of the things he was doing and weight and processing and how much deliveries their shop does. They're pretty crazy packed, so definitely this might be my favorite coffee of the last couple of years. This is Boona. It's kind of interesting they got this lady as their symbol. Press Coffee's Brazil roast. They're Morgiano, Brazil. Good. I don't know, $26 a pound. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe a hashtag not a good deal. Okay. Another top 5. This is going to be the competitor for my favorite coffee. It would be Boona. This is the Cartel Coffee Lab Naira Uzia. Cartel's another Phoenix-based coffee roaster, and dude, I totally did honey and cantaloupe in this, and it has that really light. This one would be a fantastic cold brew too. The thing is, I only bought a half pound, and I don't think I had enough to do a cold brew set, but they did do a wash on this. So jeez, this one, they could go head to head. Who knows? Who would win? Clip that, dude. Boom, that's the entry. Alright. Who knows who would win that one? That's really good. They're both different though. I would take this as an espresso and I would take this as a cold brew, so I think they kind of do two different things correctly. So let's just both put them at the top. You guys both get entries today. Dude, Cartel. Any Costco shoppers out there? They have been selling this, which is the Blend 48. My wife, Melissa, got me this. They sell this. This is a 2-pound bag. And, dude, I mean, Sprouts used to be my number one. I'd go every other week at Sprouts and get a pound, but oh my god. And this is like 4 months old. This is a blend. But it is tasty. It is tasty. Looks like little rat droppings. Anyway. No, it's a blend, so you'll see lots of different stuff. But most Cartel stuff is bad, so I feel like if this was the grab bag of all their premium freaking experimental roasts. And so you got 6 parts wash, 1 part natural, so they kind of even mix it up there and give you both. And then overall, some medium roast with milk chocolate berries and velvet body. Dude, for price, pound for pound, I mean, granted my wife bought it for me, but she just does that because she loves me and wants me to save money. So, but I would say that this right here is the daily. Like, this is what I've been drinking for the last 2 months, 3 months, and I think I'm going to be, like, I'm committed, you know? I think I'm committed to this, because value is really good. I mean, that is really good. So it's even better. People are buying it. But yeah, I've already gone through 1 whole bag of that, and then other. I blended that, so yeah, I'm already through over 2 pounds, and I've actually mixed in 3 or 4 other roasting with that too. So, all right, this is the best up and comer. These are going to be coffees that maybe are not well known, and they're pretty small, but they are certifiably delicious. Okay. And alright. Well, this is just out of respect. If you're looking at like, okay, what is the lazy drifter drink? What he wants to spice up his night? It's gonna be late for the train's Uganda or the Portofino. Those are 2 of my favorite coffees. This roaster just can't do wrong in my eyes. It's the really first place I got indoctrinated into like coffee culture. So, and it gave me that vibe, dude. Like, boom, boom. So, yeah, the Portofino or the Uganda is money. Mount Elgin. I don't even know where that's at. Oh, you know what's cool about the Uganda is, so this coffee was washed in a new co-op called the Friends of Mothers, and it's comprised of 50 women producers growing coffee together. So this is a co-op of 50 women farmers in the Mount Elgin region, and they all put their resources together and create their own batch of beans. So it's pretty good. This is Ugandan, and this is, I mean, it's quite flavorful. Like I said, this is my mixer upper if I want to like really get at it. So the Portofino, classic, dude. The classic Italian, ultra dark, but they don't mess it up. I feel like the Italians burn it, and late for the train gets right there. They're right at the edge, but they don't burn it. This is why it's better. Okay, best up and comers, dude. Okay. The best of the Ethiopians we were talking about earlier, the yoga chefs and stuff, honestly. Stumptown, single origin, Ethiopian. This is the bees, dude. So far. Cortez had a Ethiopian a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, that beat this, but I feel like that was a fluke, dude. He's been trying to replicate that same Ethiopian, and he can't. He's chasing the dragon. There's no way he's gonna beat that one. But consistency wise, that's why it's sometimes so great because I can go to Sprouts and get this. Maybe not this one. I have to order from their website, but I know every single time Stumptown's gonna produce the same quality. That's why they've grown as a brand so well. Is that late for the train too? They'll have good years, off years, and bad years. You can just tell like they're either going between machines or locations or roasters, so you can tell there's a little fluctuation in the flavor. But all right, best up and comers. Here we go. Gabby Coffee and Bakery. This is a shop that just started in 2018, and they are fantastic, dude. They bring such an awesome, delicate touch. And this opened on Spring Mountain Road in Las Vegas. So this is a Las Vegas up and coming. Yeah, this was a medium roast. The Gabby blend was a medium to dark roast, and the acidity on this, I felt like they brought the acidity down with their blend or whatever, but I feel like the acidity on this, they could have amped it even higher and it would have improved this. So I feel like they're fine-tuning, obviously, for their market, right? And it's in the Asian area in Las Vegas, but this is very delicious. Up and coming. Definitely got my attention. Next time I'm in Vegas, I'm definitely going to be stopping here again and checking up to see if they're continuing to improve it. All right. This guy's from San Antonio, I believe, or Austin. It's called Brash Coffee. Maybe Dallas. Somewhere in Texas. But this is very good. So what was interesting about this is that this is brewed in, this would have been August of last year, and it had less than a year green time. So this was coming, I believe it would have said this is an El Salvadorian red bourbon. I believe like this, they're sourcing some crazy eclectic beans down there. So, and what's crazy is in El Salvador, they're starting to play around with that Japanese fermenting for those curing process to enhance those flavors. So, yeah, this one was black currant and orange peel, and it has a little bit of a dark chocolate on the end. And I was like, no way. No little shop in the middle of Texas is going to make something this crazy. And no joke, man. This is a great beat. Red bourbon. You know, whenever I see that bourbon, I'm just like, ooh. The only thing better than that is when you hear a Japanese geisha. That's when you know. All right. So that was very good out of Texas. Kind of surprised me there a little bit. Austin's got some cool shops, but they're good, but they're not. They've never impressed me. Nothing has ever like, whoa. But instead of this guy, Barrett's. Except for this guy. Barrett's in Austin, Texas is freaking amazing. It's called the St. John's blend. Central and South America coffees. Milk chocolate, bright citrus roasted. It's like, imagine what Brash was trying to do, you know? And then they pulled it off. Barrett's pulled it off. I drank this coffee so fast. I think I drank it in 2 days. I drank the entire thing. I drank cup after cup after cup. Honestly, this is fantastic. Let's look at that. Oh, I can't spell. Never spell on stream. 2 R's, 2 T's. Yeah, so this is right off Lamar Boulevard and Airport Boulevard. It's Barrett's. Let's check this out. Let's check it out. Yo, little tiny shop, bro. Hole in the wall. Look at that. It's got bars in the windows. That's how you know it's good. Ooh, a little croissant. A little croissant art. Oh, I love it. Open rafters, wood, library. Quiet the space down, fresh flowers. Looks like nice people. Oh, look at that girl. I think I know that girl. That's Riley. Look. All right. Ooh, February drip coffee. Here, what do we got? Saint Valentine's blend. A blend of Peruvian Cajamarca and Colombian Natural. Notes of rich caramel, milk chocolate, and a subtle berry. The Choo Choo Choose You white chocolate raspberry syrup latte with a choice of milk. See, this place has got some things going for it, man. The Love Island passion fruit tea with coconut, lime, agave syrup. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds... I think my my mouth is watering already. Alright, but Barrett's. This coffee, I'm telling you, fans, this coffee was incredible. And I want to go here and hang out here and drink all their coffee and try it, because this is cool. I love their packaging too. It's like this really paper, like opaque, you can kind of like see through it, whatever. But it feels good. And it almost breathes. As a pink, I don't know. Good job. It's very different. The packaging is very different than everybody else. So when you touch it the first time, you retouch it and then you look more at it. But okay, so that was it. Honestly, I throw Barrett's up here in top 5 with Cartel. I definitely throw Magpie up here too. So maybe you got Barrett's, you got Nuna, Cartel, and Magpies. But honestly, best coffee. Yeah, dude, this Barrett's is pretty good. It depends. If I have this again and it doesn't replicate, meaning they can't. If I taste the next batch and it's not as good, it might disenchant me from them. But I like to imagine. It's always like what you don't know, so gets you the most excited. It's like when you meet a girl for the first time. It's all the things you don't know about her that you want to learn, so you can get more interested and you start falling for her. The way I fall for my wife every time I see her. Right, honey? Gotta love your wife. So supportive. Alright. But anyways, yeah, so those are my top 4. Top 5? Number 1 overall winner? Oh. Pretty close. I don't. It's too close to tell. It's a photo finish. I would say the Campamento Alto for summer drinking. I think this is heavyweight or lightweight champ of the world right here. Lightweight, middleweight champ right here. Then we got heavyweight champion of the world, the Nuna. Cartel, super heavyweight. And then the rookie, or the most fun fighter to watch, Magpie. So there it is, people. These are my top 5 copies. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Lazy Drifter out.